All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle. As always, we're going to be diving into the markets, but more importantly, in today's video, I'm going to give you the playbook, an exact altcoin portfolio with capital allocation percentages to be able to 10x your portfolio in totality this cycle. Whether you have 10K trying to turn it into 100K, 100K into a million, I will be walking you through a 10x portfolio with high upside, low downside, and the volatile low market cap tokens that you don't have to put a lot of money into, but could potentially multiply exponentially, and the safer market cap projects that only have to do a few multiples for you to really be able to make out of this cycle like a bandit and take profits at the end of the cycle and 10x your entire portfolio. We're going to go over all of that and more. Let's jump into it. I am in Dubai. I don't have all my setup, so we're just going to roll into it. No in the game graphic today, very raw video today, but honestly, I think that's what's going to make it special because we're just doing straight away. I'm going to give you all the alpha in this video. If you enjoy the content here on In the Game, we are trying to push for 100,000 subscribers before the summertime. Like the video, subscribe down below. I think this is going to be a high alpha per minute show, so you definitely want to smash everything to help us in the algorithm and show your friends. I think that spread the word to your friends where you're getting all your crypto gaming AI alpha. And shout out to all of our sponsors here on In the Game. Vulcan Forge, Ultra, Dreams Quest. We have NordVPN, Game Starter, Funtico, Moontropica, Reality Metaverse, Pika Moon, and Xverse. So we'll go over some of our sponsorships at the end of the video. But more importantly, let's jump into it. Bitcoin, we've seen a nice little bounce. Obviously, as I'm in Dubai, for the Token 2049 conference, and it was awesome to just be able to hang out with the guys this week. By the way, all the the team, Kyle, Rand, Sheldon, everyone was in town. It's just awesome because I'm from the U.S. I'm not in South Africa, so I don't get to hang out with the guys all the time. So just catching up, chatting, business, chatting the markets. It really just opens your mind and really good to just make those connections deeper in person. But while we're here, Bitcoin's been bouncing, almost 5% on the week. We absolutely love to see the activity in the market. And if we actually filter into what we more so care about are the altcoins, we have Heroes of Mavia bouncing 62% this week. Foxy, my favorite meme coin play currently, alongside Brett, which is up 58% this week. We have Balance AI up 13% today. So some good altcoin activity. And look, I don't know that this is going to be the catalyst to springboard gaming tokens again, but My Pet Hooligan just entered the market and they entered very loudly. $800 million fully diluted market cap. My Pet Hooligan has been delivering bear, bull, doesn't matter. Ex-Pixar developers and founders in this studio. And look, I work with the team very closely. AAA game. They got the immediate Coinbase listing. I'm super happy for this team. They deserve all of this success. And hopefully, maybe this is one of a few catalysts in the next couple of months that are going to set off a gaming run. And I have to say, with Nyan Heroes coming around the corner, maybe Gunzilla coming around the corner, I think that it's time for the gaming run to potentially kick back up. And I mean, AI next month with the NVIDIA conference and everything going on, it's going to be an exciting time, I think, for gaming and AI altcoins. But you guys are here to figure out what is the 10x portfolio this cycle. And I do want to preface, the one I'm going to give you is a very safe play, but I will give you the exact numbers on exactly how this portfolio that I am about to walk you through, the logic on every single token, and the allocations that you can put in on a percentage or a capital level, whether you're playing with 10K, 100, or $1 million trying to 10x that stack. I think we're going to be able to give you the sauce to be able to potentially do so this cycle, because right now is the best time. Altcoins have been beaten up. There's only a few altcoins that are actually, taking off at this moment in time. So I think there's a lot of opportunity in this market. I'm going to walk you through coin by coin. And then at the end of the video, I will be showing you exactly the allocations and the logic behind why I think that those coins can do specific multiples to get you a 10x on your entire portfolio. First and foremost, we have 𝗓𝗓𝗡. Look, 𝗓𝗓𝗡 gets a bad rap. A lot of people are like, well, Hustle, I have to put $50,000 into 𝗓𝗓𝗡 to be able to get an allocation of X amount. That's just not a lot. It's not a good return on my investment. But at the end of the day, I'm not in it for the allocations. I'm in it for the capital appreciation of my S fund, because at the end of the day, 𝗨𝗪 is the top gaming launchpad. And at the market cap, we'll bounce back over to Nexus here. We're going to be using the portfolio builder on CoinMarketCap and the watch list here on Nexus to be able to kind of go through these tokens. So let's filter by market cap. And let's get down to 𝗨𝗪. So 𝗨𝗪 at $180 million market cap. It's actually one of the few tokens in the market that I actually think could reach all-time highs. All-time high is $16. That's a 5x from here. That's a $900 million market cap. I do think 𝗨𝗪 is still in the market right now, the lead incumbent when it comes to popularity, etc. So first and foremost, 𝗨𝗪 is in this stack. I think it can potentially 5, maybe even 10x from this number, which with the allocation would give us a very nice ROI as one of the first coins in this portfolio. Then we have Beam. So Beam, I think, is a no-brainer. They're working with all the big dogs: Avalanche, Polygon, Superverse, Immutable. Lots of games are coming through the door. The transactions are actually upticking day by day. Mark and the team over there are absolutely crushing it. So Beam will absolutely fall in my stack as far as my 10x portfolio as one of the safer plays. It's at a $1.5 billion market cap. I think we see 6 to 10x here on Beam, because if IMX, just for comparison purposes, IMX is not in this portfolio because of it's a $3.4 billion market cap. I'm kind of trying to keep it a little lower than that, so that way we can maximize our upside heading towards that 10x on our entire portfolio. But at a $3.5 billion market cap, if this 5 to 10x's, then Beam can absolutely hit a $10 billion, $15 billion market cap. So that is my logic there, and I am absolutely including Beam into this portfolio. Next up here is Node AI, GPU. Simple play here. When I've chatted with the team at GPU, everything I've seen, everything I've heard, the upcoming layer 1 blockchain that they're building in their infrastructure, Node AI is the best risk-reward, safe AI play in this market. So we'll bounce over here back to the watch list. Let's scroll on the sidebar here, and let's get us to GPU. GPU is here, $143 million market cap. And I mean, if PAL, which is higher, does a 5 to 10x, this can absolutely 20x to a $3 billion market cap easily. And AI is only going to continue getting hotter this cycle. AI is gaming of last cycle, where it's not a lot of product, but a lot of hype and speculation. And I think as far as actual quality goes, GPU is near the top of the list. So we're absolutely including Node AI into that stack. Superverse, another no-brainer. Another one that just gets a lot of crap in the comment section sometimes. But look, they've added 8 games into their ecosystem over the last 2 months, from games like Off the Grid, Shrapnel, recently 𝗨𝗪, one of my favorite projects as well. You might actually see them later here in the video. But at the end of the day, My Pet Hooligan, Wilder World, Metalcore, and eventually, look, this is a piece of a puzzle and a pie that's much bigger than you're seeing on the surface. They're not just integrating the super token into this ecosystem or these games. They are doing so much more than that. And I think it's really going to surprise people exactly what Elio has built under the hood. And the upside here, I think it's 10 to 20x potential. Like a 10x puts us at a $5 billion market cap, and a 20x would put us at around a $10 billion market cap. I actually don't think that's absurd. I think as far as Super and Beam, they could have very similar upside. And if IMX hits a 15 bill, 20 bill market cap this cycle, which is absolutely in the cards, this could happen. I mean, I don't see why Super can't be a $5 billion to $10 billion token. So I absolutely love Superverse. We have Echelon Prime. Simple. I actually think you haven't missed the run on Echelon Prime. I think Echelon Prime is easy $100 to $150 token. It's lining up to be potentially the Axie Infinity of the cycle. Not as far as like, look, it's done the most gains. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they have the chance to be, as far as a quality project that from the bottom of the market did the most X's and is at the top of the game. I mean, Parallel Colony, Parallel Trading Card Game. They have the sentiment all across the space. There will be tokens that do more multiples, but they are shaping up to be the Axie of this cycle. I see another 10x is possible here. I'm not even. I really do think a 10x from here is possible. Anywhere from 150 to $180 at the end of this cycle for Echelon Prime. I would not be surprised. So this is absolutely going to fall into the portfolio as one of those plays that I think is just relatively safe. Like I think you can park money in parallel, and I don't think you've missed the run. I mean, I think you're going to see triple digits out of this token this cycle and more. I mean, that's my true conviction in what they're building, especially when the AI game comes out. Simple play, in my opinion. A couple quick ones here. We have Mantra and Balance AI. I needed one real world asset play in this portfolio because I want to be able to capitalize on the different narratives here. So, whenever real world assets get hot, and they will, 100%. I think I need exposure to one of them. And my favorite project out there is Ohm Mantra. We talked about it. It was in our pick last video as far as if I'm picking one coin per altcoin narrative. And this 10x portfolio is actually a perfect way to slot in. And I'll show you the allocation that we put into it. I think a 5x is safe. I think a 10x is good upside. It's about a $500 million market cap. And then off of AI, we're going with a low market cap AI play, and that is Balance AI. I think 50 to $100 here is certainly doable. And honestly, if it goes higher than that, I would not be surprised given that the fact that it's a $30 million market cap. So quickly on those two, as I want to just make sure we run through this because most importantly is the allocations into these projects. The amount of money that you put into these things and what X's they can do is going to make this portfolio become that 10X portfolio. So we'll go over that here in just a second. We have Katana Inu. Katana Inu, look, as far as the culture goes, they have everything going for them. They have all the meme coin characters inside of their ecosystem in the game, playable characters. The game, honestly, not even BSing. I've played it. I've jumped in. I've spent some time in it, and I mean, it is comparable graphics to like big time. To be completely honest with you, this team is absolutely delivering, and at a $30 million market cap, this is where you have like a 10 to 20x potential on something like this, especially if it catches fire. They have great influencers on board. They have a great community, almost a cult-like community, and they're tied in very much with the DGen meme coin market, and they just came out with this new trailer. I mean, they're doing a lot of things right. So I'm going to include this as one of the low market cap projects that I think could really do a nice numeral as far as a multiple for us this cycle that gets us to our goal. One of the safer game picks, and actually two safe game picks back to back, are going to be Crown and Citus. So, first and foremost, Crown, if you're unfamiliar, they're the official partners of the Kentucky Derby. This is a no-brainer to me that, first of all, the Kentucky Derby is right around the corner. I think we can see $10 out of Crown this cycle without no questions asked. I think that's 100% doable. That's just a $1 billion market cap. That's a 10x out of this coin. And I think as far as Solana Gaming goes, they are the project that is leading the charge in the market. Funny, leading the charge like dun da 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 with the horse racing. I didn't do that on purpose. I promise you, that was not scripted. But I love Crown. I think it's definitely worth being in your portfolio. And it's definitely going to be a piece of our puzzle here to be able to turn that 10K or 100K into 100K or a million alongside Citus. Citus is an easy 10X in my opinion. Everything they've been doing, the recent Frank Mueller partnership, Superverse partnership, the Launchpad that they're doing, I've seen the progress that they're making on their main product. They have multiple games in the ecosystem. You can play mobile, you can play PC. I'm very bullish on Citus. And once again, they have great influence, great KOLs behind this, a lot of money to develop with still. Very bullish on Citus. And that's another play. Crown and Citus, I think, are surefire 10Xs. They're both $100 million market caps. So right now, it's very easy for a game of those qualities to be able to hit a billion in the peak market. And I'm going to undershoot. You guys know, if you watch this channel, I am not the influencer. I am not the guy that's going to come through the door and say, this token's going to 50x this cycle. If any of these 50x, we get this portfolio and we hit it, and we're going to go way over our 10x allocation across the entire stack, okay? But at the end of the day, we have to have realistic targets. And I'm going to give you the targets on the downside so you can make sure you take profits. Because the people who get wrecked this cycle are going to be the ones that are like, I'm going to 50x my bag. And if I don't 50x my bag, I'm holding, diamond handing. You're going to end up round tripping your bags. You're going to be holding things that are worthless in the bear market and might never come back. So I'm going to give you very conservative predictions, but that's how you win in this market. When everyone's shooting for a 50x, if you can just 10 to 20x your portfolio or your stack on a certain coin, you win. Because a lot of the time, the FOMO and those like round numbers, the 25, 50, 100, 1,000 X's, people wait for those, and the smart money will take profits before. My meme coin choice here is going to be Foxy, easily. Foxy is my favorite meme coin currently in the market, alongside Brett, but Brett is a little high. So Foxy, the Linea airdrop is coming up, and this is the official meme of MetaMask. The Fox logo is the MetaMask logo. This is a no-brainer. The liquidity injection coming through the door on Linea, I think a lot of that is going to flow into the top meme coin on the chain, and the top meme coin on the chain is Foxy. And then I actually think this is the last token in the portfolio, and that's Domi Online. This is a leveraged play on Avalanche Gaming. When AVAX goes crazy, when Avalanche games are hot, this does absolute crazy numbers when it comes to the gains that it's doing in the market. So Domi is going to be the last project here. It is the lowest market cap project on our list today. Let's find it here. But you need some low caps to be able to ride that upside, because you don't have to put as much capital in, but this thing could do crazy multiples off of a low capital injection and nearly account for 15% of our upside in the total portfolio. To get the 15% is at 150K off of a small investment, and be able to account for a ton of our allocation on our way to that 10x portfolio. So now the question is, how much per token? So you stuck around this long, let's dive into it. I put this together over the weekend, so it has had some appreciation. I'm up 7% on this portfolio, and we will track this throughout the market. If we hit this million, I want to hear in the comment section on this sample portfolio, who hit it, who followed who got in, who injected capital, and who won with this portfolio, because I think we're going to hit it this cycle, to be completely honest with you. But I'm going to put 10K into 𝗘𝗫𝗅, Beam, Node AI, Superverse, Echelon Prime, and Mantra. Reason being is I think those are all safe 5 to 10x, in Node AI's case, 20x plays. So off of all of those plays, I think you can get back 50, 100, or 200K. That's going to almost account for $500,000 right off the bat off your first 5, 10K allocations. Then we jump through, and I'm going to put 7.5K into Balance AI, with the fact that this could absolutely 10x this cycle. That's $75,000 you're going to get back on that. I think Katana Inu is anywhere from a 10 to 20x. We put 7,500 into Katana Inu. Same kind of thing. I think you could possibly return anywhere from 75 to 100K on a 7.5K investment into Kata this cycle. Crown and Citus, I did 7,500 each, so 7,500, with the thought that they can both 10x. So you're going to turn 15K potentially into 150K with those two tokens. Foxy, I put less money into. I put 5K into Foxy. This one's the biggest win in the portfolio so far. It's up 22% on the week, 58% on the month. And then the allocation down here on Domi is $5,000. So that rounds up to an even allocation of $100,000. And I think based on the allocations and based on the multiples, you can realistically 10x this stack this cycle. I honestly, that's going to be undershooting it. It's this has so much upside potential, and I would not be surprised in the slightest if I'm undershooting. And that's the point, though. I want to protect you guys. I want to make sure that we all make money this cycle. Let me know down below your thoughts. What tokens would you put into this portfolio? And I mean, we just gave you a ton of alpha, a way to structure a portfolio to potentially 10x. So tell your friends, subscribe to the channel down below, and let's hit our sponsors with some love real quick before we hop out of here. We have GameStarter coming through the door with another Launchpad round here coming up for HoloNext. This is for game stakers, 2K VIP ticket size, minimum stake of 20,000 GameStarter. It's a revolutionary digital landscape by blending AR with blockchain technology. So, I mean, it's an interesting utility project here, but I'm super impressed with GameStarter. I chatted with their team here in Dubai this week. Everything they're doing with their Overtrip game legitimately looks like Fortnite. I'm very bullish as far as what they're doing. We have Xverse, incubated by 𝗨𝗡, one of our picks in the portfolio, for example. Xverse is actually about to go live on exchanges tomorrow. So following up the success of MPH, we have Xverse on the way, listing on the 24th. Fastest sellout of the year in 𝗨𝗡. Chain GPT, it was the all-time high amount of participants. And GameFi, it was the fastest first come, first serve of the year. This is immediately, I believe, going to go on some of the, the tier 2 exchanges, I would say. And they're leading the FPS landscape, as one of the first live Web3 games, drawing over 100,000 signups to their groundbreaking $80,000 tournament. Lot going on here inside this ecosystem. We have Funtico. Funtico, I'm just really excited for them to shock the market. It's another team that I talked to, some of their founders here this week. They have their NFT marketplace, creator studio, loyalty programs, everything and more on the way. So shout out to Funtico. They're doing some really cool things. Sign up for their tournaments, their whitelist, everything like that, and the link down below in the description. And the theme here, a lot of teams that I talked to in Dubai. I mean, like longtime sponsors here on the channel. We have PIKA here. They just released their open world trailer. They say the game will be AAA. They have a huge team, 40, 50 developers at an in-person studio. Really impressed chatting with these guys. A lot of people would look at it as just like a meme coin game, but at the same time, it's meme coin culture. But they're building something legit, and I'm excited to see what comes of it whenever we see the full product. So that's going to be it, guys. I just gave you the game plan on a 10x portfolio. Let's just call it that, right? Whatever dollar amount. You can just do the percentages on any single dollar amount. And we'll track this throughout the cycle and see where we are at on this portfolio. So guys, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.